Good morning. How it's going? Okay, you might be surprised because of my address because it sounds something new. Actually, these days, even how are you while greeting friends is considered to be somewhat formal. So generally, instead of saying how are you, we say how it's going. How it's going is more informal than how are you. Okay, because we want to be more informal in our conversation, I think we have to uh, throw out the outdated expressions like "How are you?" Even "I am fine" is also considered to be outdated. So we have to be more modern, and because language is evolving, we should change according to the changing times. Okay, let's come to the point. Yesterday we were talking about idioms. Idioms are generally used to say something in a novel way. Generally, if you use all the time only the verbs in our dictionary, our language tends to be very formal and artificial. That's why native speakers always more often use informal expressions in informal context. So, for example, I would like to say something now. Please listen to me. Are you going to school? No, I'm preparing video lessons. Oh, it seems to be the horse of a different color. Okay, you might listen to it here. What is the expression here? The horse of a different color. The horse of a different color. Actually, what do you think its meaning is? I think you might have guessed. Of course, yes, you are all experts in English. I think you can easily guess it. But of course, some learners like our students and those who are not accustomed to informal English may be somewhat doubtful of this expression. For example, the house of a different colors means we are doing something new. That means generally we use the same horse, but if you change a different horse, the color changes. That means the horse of a different color means a novel project or work, something we do, or sometimes we get a new idea, we may call it the house of a different color. The house of a different color. Okay, I think you got it. Okay, I think use it. If you listen to it, you should use it. Yes, okay, because today I want to be more informal. Actually, the Britishers have and the Americans have a different way of speaking English. For example, we generally, we native non-native speakers generally use a lengthy and full sentence. But suppose he said that he would not come to school tomorrow. Native speakers don't say that. He said he would come to school tomorrow. He said he wouldn't come to school tomorrow. Actually, they swallow the word that he would becomes id come tomorrow. So I from tomorrow onwards, you don't eat breakfast, you don't lunch, you don't dinner, you eat dinner. Try to eat as many letters or words as possible in English. Then you will become very informal and you sound like a American or British. The trick is very, very simple. Swallow the words and letters as much as possible. For example, sit down. Don't swallow the word T. Sit down. For example, there's what do you do? No. What do you do? Swallow the word T. Then da mixes with what. Then what do you do? No native speaker says what do you do? They say what do you do? What do you do? No, what do you do? If you say what do you do? We say they don't answer. What do you do? Okay, these are some informal ways of speaking English. Actually, yes, language is living. If you use the formal language, people get bored with it. That's why we have to use informal expressions and also flashal verbs. I think you suppose you, as we say, please refer to the dictionary instead of saying that, please look it up in the dictionary. Here, look up is a flashal verb, means search. Instead of referring to a dictionary, it is better to say, look it up in the dictionary. Look it up in the dictionary. Okay, thank you. Tomorrow we will be teaching some informal expressions so that we tend to be very informal, and it sounds more British or American natural English. Oh, I think the pandemic is getting dreadful, isn't it? Oh, what can we do? Let's have some fun learning English. Bye. We will meet tomorrow.